In the peaceful village of Ijebu-Oke, where the sun painted the sky with gold every evening and children laughed along dusty paths, two young friends lived side by side. One was kind-hearted and gentle. The other carried a quiet hunger in his heart, a hunger not for food, but for more than he deserved. The elders always said, "A man's true nature is known when no one is watching." But the time to prove those words had not yet come. One hot afternoon, the two friends met an old woman struggling beneath a heavy bundle of firewood. Her back was bent with age, and sweat lined her wrinkled face. The kind friend quickly rushed forward and lifted the load from her shoulders. The other stood still, watching. But what he watched was not her suffering. He watched the small pouch tied carefully to her waist. Inside it, something valuable rested. Grateful for the help, the old woman invited them into her small hut. By the warm glow of a tiny lamp, she handed a small clay calabash to the kind friend. "This," she said softly, "is no ordinary gift. It reveals what lives inside a man's heart." The greedy friend's eyes widened. A calabash that gives, a calabash that reveals, desire began to whisper loudly in his ears. That night, when silence wrapped the village and crickets sang their lonely songs, the greedy friend crept into his companion's hut. With careful steps and a trembling hand, he stole the calabash. But as he held it close, his heart beat not with joy, it beat with fear, for even the moon seemed to be watching. The next day, the old woman gathered the villagers in a clearing beneath the moonlight. A tall mirror stood in the center. "Let the calabash choose its owner," she declared. The kind friend stepped forward first. The mirror reflected his true self, warm, bright, and glowing with peace. Then the greedy friend approached, but what the mirror showed made the crowd gasp. His reflection was twisted by shadows, darkened by greed. For truth does not hide when called upon. To confirm what the mirror had revealed, the old woman sent them both down the path of flames, a narrow road lit with fire. The kind friend walked calmly, the flames bent away from him as if guided by unseen hands. But when the greedy friend stepped forward, the fire leapt high. He stumbled back, scorched not by the flames, but by his own guilt. At last, they stood before the river of confession. The kind friend whispered prayers, and the water shimmered gently. The greedy one fell to his knees. Tears rolled down his cheeks as he confessed his theft and envy. The river carried his words away, but not without leaving him changed, for confession is the first step towards cleansing. Back in the village hut, the old woman handed the calabash once more to its rightful bearer. This time, it overflowed with gold cowries, rice, and fresh yams, blessings born from a pure heart. The greedy friend received only a small portion, not as punishment, but as a lesson, for wealth gained without honor brings no peace.